Well, she's the tiny American whose visit to Australia is causing an almighty storm. 6-year-old beauty pageant star Eden Wood is in town and controversy is sure to follow. Shortly, her mother Mickey will go head-to-head with her Australian critics. But first, here's David Eccleston's exclusive story as Eden makes a big impression down under.
Thousands of Australians try to stop this little girl coming down under.
So bring it on! I don't care!
Why you gotta be so mean? You don't!
At just 6 years of age, Eden Wood is a glitz pageant veteran. A household name in America where she's the star of cable TV's Toddlers and Tiaras.
What is it about the pageant you like the best?
Winning.
And if you don't win?
I get really, really sad.
Controversy constantly shadows the tiny pageant princess. When it was announced she was coming, it opened a Pandora's box. Sexualisation of children, pushy parenting, pedophilia.
It's the most negative emails and hate mail I've ever received.
More than 5,000 people signed a Don't Let Them In petition. Many parents would have walked away, but not Eden's mother Mickey. She offered to go head-to-head with her biggest critic.
I don't care what anybody else says. My child is living a dream, and I'm getting to experience it with her and through her. I'm not living my life through her. I'm watching her grow and shine, and I mean, I basically am following around and just being, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, you know, just like she is. Time of our lives.
Eden performed a special exclusive performance for some of her fans, where she danced and sang her songs Cutie Patootie and Under Puppy.
Rip for me, cheer for me, 'cause I'm the under puppy.
The kids and their parents lapped it up. Backstage, we caught a proud mother in a moment of reflection, just moments before she sat down for the debate.
I mean, you know, you guys saw it. Anybody that doesn't know that that comes from inside of that child, I can't force her to do that. I can't teach her to do that. This is what she wants to do. So stop and think before you put those bitter words out there. You saw it. I mean, she's gonna be somebody.
Eden Wood's mother Mickey joins us this evening, along with child psychologist Colette Smart. Ladies, thank you so much for both of your time. Let's start with you, Mickey. You have been receiving hate mail from Australians, very negative stuff, but mostly just saying you're a bad parent. How do you react to that?
Well, I react to it in the same way as I do when I get it in America. You know, I don't need anyone's permission. I'm a parent every day. I'm a parent when we're at home. I'm a parent when we're out in public. I'm a parent when she does pageants. Number one, I'm a parent. I don't need anybody else's approval because I know that in my family, my child, she loves it. And it's been only a positive thing for us.
Colette, what do you think about this? Do you think that Mickey's a bad parent? You are absolutely opposed to child beauty pageants.
Look, we don't want them in Australia, to be honest, Matt. And the issue the issue is not to do with Mickey's parenting. The issue for us as Australians is that we feel that pageants sexualise children. So we are concerned with the whole sexualisation of the pageants that it's bringing and the way it's pitting little girls against each other.
Mickey, I know that's one thing that you will fight back at.
So where does the word sexual come into equating beauty pageant? Sex and beauty pageant or a baby pageant or any kind of pageant, the two have nothing to do with each other. And I'm at a loss to understand why sex and a pageant, the two have nothing to do with each other. Now, another fallacy that I think is out there is that, oh, we're bringing toddlers and tiaras and it's these psycho moms and they're gonna, you know, rip eyebrows out and they're gonna inject with Botox and they're gonna run away and there's pedophiles sitting in the front row.
That's not the issue at all, Matt. That's not the issue. We've heard the term we're anti-American. We're not anti-American. We're anti-sexualization of children. Anything that puts a child into a sexual context, a sexualized context when they're just not developmentally ready at all.
Do you think that Eden is being shown in a sexual way?
I think it's the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard in my entire life. If you look at my little 6-year-old girl in a dance outfit and you think sex, oh, sexual, I think there's something wrong with
Matt,
your
that's
thought
not
process.
what we mean at all.
And I was speaking, if, you know, what you don't know, if you're ignorant about a subject, you need to educate yourself on it. Go. I invite you to come. Anybody in your organization, I invite you to come with us to Melbourne. We're not the people. Remember, Toddlers and Tiaras is a reality show that's really not a reality show. Let me finish.
Eden is the face of Toddlers and Tiaras.
That's right. That's fine. But see, we know the behind the scenes. We know exactly. And a camera may have to follow that child for 5 or 6 days to get that 3 minutes of, I want to do this. But you know what? That child can do the same thing in Walmart, in Target, at the grocery store, or on that sidewalk out there. The fact that the word sex and pageant are being put together, it infuriates me, and I can't stand it.
What I see is a misunderstanding here, actually, of the term sexualization. Sexualization is when children are put into any kind of context or environment that causes them to use sexualized behavior. Now, the things that we've seen on pageants, I actually watched this morning's performance, and any kind of dance moves where there's gyrations of the pelvis and showing your booty and that kind of thing put into the context of a little child, to me as a child development expert, is very dangerous.
You say that your job as a parent is to keep Eden normal. How can you keep Eden normal
in her?
But what about the fake environment, fake tan, fake teeth? How can you keep her normal in that environment?
In our world, it's no different than you guys over here having calisthenics. I mean, come on now. You've got the hair, you've got the tan, you've got the makeup, you've got provocative clothes. Why are we picking on pageants?
What we're saying is, when you take your children into the environment of pageantry and you're making them focus on their outer appearance and their beauty and false hair and nails and teeth, and that's what it's all about, not in a skill, not in a beauty or values, you're causing a child to focus her ideals on outer appearance.
So you're saying it's a lot different to a weekend sport, because there are some very pushy parents at weekend sport. It can get ugly there on the sporting fields. How is it different though?
It's different because sport is all about a skill. So sport is something that children can let me finish. Sport is something about a skill, okay? So if a child does not come first in with their soccer team, for example, those children will go away, they will practice with a coach, they'll hone their skills and become better at that, and they can get a tutor. If you are not pretty enough in a pageant, you are the loser, and a child goes away feeling they are not good enough.
Is there any skill in a beauty pageant?
Oh my gosh, it is a skill, and it is a performance. That is our mask for that day. No different than a gymnast, a swimmer, or any other sports. But if I went out on the street right now and there were 5 or 6 kids, and I just randomly picked a little girl, and I brought Eden in the studio and brought the little girl in the studio and said, okay, we're gonna have a little pretend pageant, Eden would tear her up. Why? Because she's had coaching, she's had lessons, she is poised, she is confident. So there is definite skill.
The confidence debate
let me finish. When you're ignorant on a topic, the fact that the word pedophile is just and sex is just I think it's a bunch of rubbish. And I want you guys to come and see. It's not what you think.
Matt, beauty pageants form what we see as part of the sexualized culture.
It is one of the things. To one.
Yes, but I don't need to be at a pageant.
Yes, you do. How can you speak on something?
Because I don't need to understand if smoking harms a child by giving a child cigarettes. Body image is already the biggest issue for Australian teenagers. Can you imagine in 10 years' time when these 5, 6-year-olds are the teenagers in the survey? And it is all because of the sexualized culture that we fight against, because we don't want it in Australia, and starting to impose sexualization not even on teenagers. Now the beauty pageants are imposing it on children. That is not okay for us.
Mickey, can I ask you, how old was Eden when she first went into a beauty pageant?
She was 14 months old.
She was 14 months old. How do you then explain that she's doing exactly what she wants to do? How did she know that she wanted to do that?
Because I've raised her to have her own mind and to be independent. What good would it do me to drag her screaming and hollering to a stage? It's something inside of her. I never thought, oh, I've got to have a girl child so I can take her to do a pageant. I never even thought about pageants.
So you're not living your dreams through her?
I am 46 years old, fluffy. I am living my dreams with my beautiful daughter that God gave me. It is a sport. It's not just about beauty anymore.
There are far better opportunities to build your child's self-confidence than beauty pageantry.
But how do you know that's not what we're doing?
Because beauty pageantry teaches children about outward appearances. That's what they are taught to value. And I'm not okay with a society that almost pushes women backwards into a place where all they are worth is their bodies and they're not worth anything, they're not worth their brains. And if we are saying that it's still okay for society to choose a woman for a job because she's more pretty than the other one, well, that is shocking, and that is exactly why I'm here.
Well, Colette, Mickie has made it very clear that she wants you to go.
I would love for you to come. I would just, you know, come and be my guest and just sit and watch.
Yes,
I mean, it just, you know, just educate yourself on and see for yourself. There's no experience like personal experience.
That's okay, I'll go.
All right, ladies, well, we'll follow this up after you've been to the beauty pageant and see exactly what you thought of it. We appreciate both of your time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.